the cool thing about this trail is if you're coming over to Bend to mountain bike, this is one of the great trails to do because it connects to everything. And what's really crazy about this loop is the whole thing's green. And as you'll see, it's actually pretty spicy for a green. There's a couple of features, quite a bit of features actually, that you could totally do if you're a beginner, intermediate, or even professional. I mean, honestly, I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm pro or or advanced. I would say I'm probably somewhere in intermediate, like beginner intermediate. But I really like this trail because I've been able to ride it through my entire, progression. Like when I was a beginner, I was able to do it because these features that they have, they're not super crazy, but they could be if you want to, and you can go around them if you don't feel comfortable. A lot of it you can just ride around. You don't have to even roll through it if you're just not feeling comfortable. You can always hop off the bike, and it connects to quite a bit of other really cool trails. It connects to COD, which is a black trail. It also connects to the blue part of the COD. It connects to Grand Slam, which is blue and black. Connects to everything really, and you can get to the Phil's Trail network if you want through there as well, which is really cool. So that's why I really like this trail. And if you and it's a loop, you can basically just drive up the Cascade Lakes Highway and go to the visitor center or the information center, and there's a parking lot there, and you can do the whole loop. And you can take it all the way through Phil's and do a loop through Phil's and come back if you want to extend your ride. But I think this is actually a great trail. I wish I found it sooner because I started learning in Phil's Trail. I wish I started learning on this trail because, like I said, there's a lot of option for you to progress on it. And it's not as tame as Phil's Trail as far as it being a green. But, as a beginner, you can totally ride the whole thing. There's a couple little rock spots where you might have to hop off, but I mean, it's not too crazy where you could just, session it and, get through it. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. All right, so we are entering the trail. We've been getting a little bit of rain the last couple days. It hasn't been like crazy downpour, so it should be in pretty good shape. It's looking like hero dirt already. So anyway, here we go. This is Ticket to Ride. We're going counterclockwise. So I like going this way because it's pretty much downhill first. And it is cold. It's like 40 degrees. Eyes are watering up. Again, this is the green trail. God, I love this trail. Oh, man, it is so cold though. Whew. Okay. I need to work on my cornering. All right. A little bit of climbing. All right, so yeah, that first part is really fun. So we're gonna go around this turn here, and we're gonna have like a little rocky droppy thing. Just careful though, because there's a lot of turns here. Someone's going around the curb. Sometimes it's hard to see them, especially this one right here. There it is, to the left. And we're going to slide down across this
fire road. And we're gonna fly down, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a climb coming up. So here in Central Oregon, we get winter, the teaser spring, winter number 2. Then we get very short little spring, but winter tries to hang on to as long as possible. Then we get summer, then we get smoke, then we get a little bit of summer left, and then back to winter. I don't know if you can see that. Right around that corner right there, where that tree and these rocks are, there's a big old boulder you can drop off of. Alright, that's the first one. Second one. Oh, that was the third one. Alright, cool. And I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see I have my thumbs up on here. Whenever I'm climbing, my hands tend to go numb, but I find that when I'm climbing, I put my thumbs up here. It doesn't cut off the circulation, so my hands don't go numb as bad. Of course, when I go downhill, I swap them back under the handlebars, but yeah. Don't hate me for doing that. All right, so we got our first little rock garden coming up. Nothing too crazy. What do y'all think of the Shimano XT drivetrain? I've been having nothing but problems with it since day one. Sometimes the chain falls off behind the cassette, just super annoying. So I try to stay off that big 50 tooth or 51 tooth or whatever the big cogs number is. Okay, I'll continue to complain about that later. So we got our first rock slab climb thing, which is pretty fun. And if you're doing the clockwise way, it's pretty fun to go down. But be careful because it's kind of a blind corner. Okay, made it. And if you're not comfortable, you can just walk that up. Okay, drop our seat. All right, cool. Here we go. It's pretty flat, so you don't really have to worry about pedal strikes. Okay. You just got to find the right gear. If you get a little bit of speed, boom, easy. But anyway, back to my Shimano XT drivetrain rant. I've been having a lot of issues with it from day one. I think day one was due to cable stretch. Because it took me forever to finally dial it in, and I did. But then I went over this little rock roll thingy, which I'm probably gonna do today. It was on this trail, but I didn't go over it right. So I kind of went off the side of it and I totally clipped my derailleur. So I was able to adjust it with the barrel adjuster, but I have a feeling I either bent my hanger or damaged the derailleur. And I have a new derailleur hanger, but I'm afraid, because I've gotten it to work okay, I just have to avoid the biggest cog or the highest gear, and it's fine. So yeah, I don't know, my last spike, Matilda, I upgraded it to a SRAM NX drivetrain, and pretty much got it dialed in right away. It actually shifts a lot smoother than this one does. And this is a much more expensive drivetrain. So yeah, and I did just put a new chain on it. It's got a GX chain on it. And I mean, that thing, it just shifts so good since install. Yeah, when I first installed it, I used the original cable. And then I replaced that cable because the housing got damaged, which you probably saw that video. But ever since, it's always shifted fine. I've never even had to touch the barrel adjuster. This thing, I feel like it's just super temperamental. Because what I really wanted to do was get a GX drivetrain with XT brakes. So I just like the Shimano brakes a lot better than the SRAM one. And I don't like the fact that they use dot fluid, which is corrosive. Oh, anyway, here comes that rock roll that damaged my derailleur. It's coming up ahead. So I went too much to the left. So let's try this one again. Let's try not to hit my derailleur. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. So I went way too over to the left, so I hopped off the middle of it. But on the way down, my back tire, when it was coming down, smacked my derailleur right on the edge of that rock. It was terrible. Ever since that happened, it's just never been the same. And I know you guys are probably telling me, oh, it's your derailleur hanger, you can change it. Yeah, but like I said, I've been having so many issues with this thing, I'm afraid to mess with it because I got it to the point where it works okay. And I've only dropped the chain twice behind the cog, or the cassette. Anyway, after that whole rant, the whole point of it was, what do you guys think as far as drivetrain? I've been hearing a lot of, I definitely thinking about going back to SRAM, maybe a GX. I was even thinking of maybe trying one of those, the rock thingy. Squirrel. One of those electronic drivetrains, the transmission or whatever, the GX transmission. But I've been hearing a lot of good things, and I've been hearing a lot of bad things. But yeah, so they're saying that AXS versus the transmissions actually took away a lot of the good things about the AXS. But, it's completely engineered differently, and it mounts a lot differently. So I feel like maybe they can't do some of the same things. And the fact that you can shift under load seems to be a pretty cool feature. And I think it's just a matter of getting used to it. But the AXS I was looking at are way cheap right now because there's not that many left. Because the transmission GX, the cheapest I saw it was about $1,300 for a full group set. And that's with the bottom bracket and the cranks and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking what I might do is I might try to find me a standard regular GX and then just get the upgrade kit, the AXS, and go from there. Because I'm starting to get my upgrade itch. I kind of miss upgrading my bike. Because when I bought this one, I was like, oh, I want to get everything I want. So, and honestly, in retrospect, I'd do it again. I bet you thought I was going to say I wouldn't. Because if you factor the total cost of everything versus me having to upgrade it, it actually ends up costing more to upgrade. And it's really hard to sell parts right now, so I would have been stuck with whatever parts this thing had. So that's why I went with the Elite build. And I did the Shimano Elite build just because I wanted the brakes. And I figured, hey, I grew up as a kid riding Shimano, so, Anyway, here we are at an intersection. This is the Voodoo Child intersection. We got this little rocky garden. It looks a little intimidating when you come up, but it's really not that bad. You just stay through the middle and time your pedals. And just like that, we're through it. I was doing a little bit of ratcheting to keep my pedals up because there's a lot of rocks you can strike on. And I don't know if that shows on the camera, but almost every rock there's got scratch marks on it. I don't know, can you hear this? Yeah, that's my drivetrain. I feel like it's not quite shifting properly. Usually what I do is I'll shift down and I'll shift right back to that. And that usually will get rid of it. And if it doesn't, I'll just do it a few times. And if you listen, nothing. So yeah, see what I mean? Temperamental. Here we go. So we got a little bit down now, and then we're gonna come up to that intersection. So we're gonna enjoy this downhill, and I'm gonna shut up. All right, we need some speed. And pop up the front end and we are good. Alright. Forgot about that. So far so good, no mud yet. Just when you think it's over, it's not. And there's a little rocky thing that you can jump to the left. It's super sketch. I've done it one time and I almost ate it, so I'm not doing that again. Careful right here, we got a flat rock coming up. I don't know if you see that orangey rock to the left. Yeah, you can hop that if you want, but I'm not sketchy. All right. There's some chunks you can plow through. Yeah, we're gonna kind of flatten out here, and then we're gonna go and do these rocks here. Hop over. We got a little bit more of that coming. I can already see the parking lot. And here's some more rocky rocks. Alrighty. Here comes our stump jump to the right. So yeah, that's the Ticket to Ride loop, green loop from the Cascades Welcome Center. And as you can see, I'm not the only crazy person riding in 40-degree weather. If you do decide to come visit Bend for mountain biking and you're just getting started, or you have some people who are not as good as you, but you want to ride with them anyway, Ticket to Ride, definitely a good option. It's got a little bit for everybody. If you want a gravel ride, apparently it's a great trail for that too, because I always see gravel riders. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think about the Shimano XT versus the SRAM drivetrains, because I'm really considering switching back to SRAM. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.